Hi everyone, this is Eddie Muradyan. I'm shooting another episode of YouTube. If this is the first time you're tuning in, I appreciate you. Any of the subscribers, thank you for always tuning in. If you are not following my own social media, please do so. The links are up on the screen and also in my bio. If you are not involved in the community page, please go on there and make comments. I probably do some news. I want the community to be involved and give me feedback of new videos to make. In this episode, I'm doing a Chinese New Year theme. And of course, I don't know anything as far as the religious aspect of it, but I know Chinese New Year, the red and gold is definitely the key point. And I'm gonna do a couple of different arrangements. I made this pagoda for a client and we've done it with fresh flowers. And I thought it would be really appropriate to showcase it and to see how we built props, right? From nowhere. If you look at this, you see the different layers. These are wooden boxes, like trays, thin trays, that are stacked up on top of glass vases, then are embellished with a faux leather material that is painted gold. And then we have styrofoam around the boxes, and they're curved. Here, let me show it to you. So you can see this is how it is, and this is styrofoam, and then it's carved out, and then it's glued, and then painted so that we don't have to deal with a lot of stuff. Anyways, I went ahead and did rose petals, and what I did is I took faux botanical silk roses and I de-petaled it, meaning I petaled it, cut it, and I layered it. I'll show it in the scene of how I finished that off. Oh, David. Anyways, and then it's really simple. I'm gonna take this. Let me take my glue gun. I'm gonna show you how this is done real quickly. And then I'm gonna not be focused on this so much. So let's take this edge right here. And what you do, the secret to this is make sure the direction of the petal is the same. And you start from the bottom, very little glue. This takes a lot of work and a lot of hours. I'm just showing you very little amount of it. I also have different shades of red roses. If you can see, some of them are a little darker than the other. And that slight coloration difference actually makes the piece feel more real. And what I'm doing is I'm layering it on top of each other, on top of each other, on top of each other, and until it goes up to the peak. Actually, I am working on an ebook that you will find the information online at eddiemuradyan.com. That's also a really great place to see the actual events and work that I create, and also the blog of new events. And pretty excited about the ebook. It's going to be very informative of also the design process of it, not only the business side of the business as well. A lot of great information. So I'm not going to do anything with this anymore because this is it. And what I'm going to start off with, something really corny and cheesy. I had a real fresh bonsai tree. Apparently, if you do not know how to take care of them, they will die. So I've taken, I'll move this over. I'm going to take a plastic liner like this. Okay, this is the bonsai tree, guys, and you can see it's now in dead skeleton form. I kind of felt really, I don't like to throw things out. I like to see if I can repurpose them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some gold metallic 24 karat from Design Master, and I'm going to spray this down completely gold. Make sure you do this in a ventilated area because the residue of the paint is definitely going to be all over. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll come back to it and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm going to take this vase that kind of mimics the pattern of this. And I'm gonna do a silk botanical arrangement. And there is this branches that I love that were used for the holidays, and they're a little too glittery for what I want to do, even though you can keep it. I'm gonna go back in and I'm going to cut the leaves, but keep them because I can use it for something else. So it's a little more raw without the pears. I'm gonna play with it a little bit. Okay, really simple. I'm almost done. The cool thing that I'm gonna do right now that you're gonna fall in love with, let me remove this. So I have these Chinese lanterns that I found. They're in suction cups, but it doesn't matter, right? You can easily, if my eyes can see. Here, let's do this. Let's not worry about the suction cup. I'm gonna hang these lanterns. Just like this. Really cute, really fast to do. Where's this one? There you go. Look, it's inexpensive, it's showy, it makes sense. And I always go from the back to the front to the back. And then we also have, you know, where's the rest of the stuff? I have other little accessories that are in Asian feeling. There you go, I'm finished. Look how stunning and simple this arrangement is. I didn't put any sand in here. If it gets really top heavy, you can definitely fill it with water or sand or rocks or whatever you find available to you. So that's another version of the Asian Chinese New Year. And I'm gonna pull all this aside. I have one more little trick up my sleeve. Actually, two more. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what it is. So I found this container that really works really beautifully. And I was thinking, apparently I made a really bad choice in buying poinsettia big flowers like this that are really glittery. I mean, this is not my style. I love glitter, but this is just, it looks like a common flower to me. So what I'm gonna do is I've taken these sprays of little berries, and they're already a grouping of, you know, in a bundle. I'm gonna take this apart, not apart. I'm gonna take a cranberry paint, because I wanted a little bit more burgundy red. Obviously, look at how much this changed already. Color, and the usage of color in design is an important factor because it changes everything. So you look at things differently when there's color, or lack of color sometimes. So I think I've got it kind of sort of what I want. I don't have to do it all over. I want a little bit of those natural, the way it was. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna try to see if I can dissect it. So the most important thing, what I'm gonna do is get rid of the excess because it's more clutter in my eyes. I'm gonna set it down here. And then I'm taking this bush and I'm basically layering this with the leaves of the poinsettia. The ones that are smaller inside, like a real flower, and the ones that are bigger leaves are gonna go outside the parameter. And what I'm doing is basically opening them up and using the flower like this. There Now I've got a cable tie. What I'm doing with this is going into the center of what I created to hold all those stems together, hold things together. It's like a quick fix, you know, wires fall apart sometimes. It all depends on what the function you're using it for. Okay, see that? And then I'm gonna take this and put it in this vase. Again, I would do some sand or rocks, and then now I'm gonna play with the leaves. Like it looks like an oyster with flowers, you know? Like, and look at how the composition went in from Christmas to easy, like, you know, Chinese New Year, right? Incredible. Now I'm gonna show you another thing. I'm not quite finished. I started with this theme being a little weak in its look as far as what I was gonna do, and then suddenly like it started coming to me like you can do this, you can do that. So I'm gonna take this that I spray painted, it's dry now. You know these cherry blossoms? Look how pretty they are. I'm gonna deconstruct it. And they're velvety, huh? So they're really pretty. And I'm gonna take my glue gun and I'm gonna make a bonsai tree of these with these cherry blossoms. And you're gonna see how once it's all put together, it's gonna look really stunning. Okay, I've got 2 stems and I'm going to start, and I'm gonna take 2 at a time. And then I'm gonna glue it. And what I'm doing is I'm outlining the leaf structure already. You guys want to give it a break and then I come back finished? See how adorable this bonsai came out to be with the silk cherry blossoms in burgundy red. This is a piece that I had that was left over I didn't want to throw away. I made 4 incredibly interesting ideas for you for Chinese New Year. And I'm always wanting to share my talent with you, always trying to inspire you, and wishing you guys a year filled with lots of health, prosperity, and abundance. Peace out.